So let's look at two functions, the mod function and the quotient function. Let's go over to our data. And the first question we have is how many times does 17 go into 189? And we want to get an integer or a full number, in other words, no decimal. So how many times does the 17 go into here? Well, it's a little bit challenging to do that math in your head unless you're really good with numbers. But here's the answer, obviously. This is 11. So this 17 goes into here 11 times. Now, and there's of course 2 left over. But let's first of all look at different ways that we could do this. So sort of traditional ways you could do it. You could use the floor function to get that down. Let's say it's a decimal, but you want it to be just the full number, the integer. So you could do it like this using the floor function or the round down, where you divide D13 by E13. I'll press F9 to show what we have. It's 11 decimal, and you see that long decimal values there. You could also do this. This is one of my favorites. Just divide D13 by E13. And it internally just shows you the integer, whether it is 11.9 or 11.1 or 11.5. It only shows you the 11. But I think that the mod function, or sorry, the quotient function is even easier. You don't have to put in the divider. You don't have to put in rounding it to 0, round down to 0, or floor to 1. All you have to do is put in the two numbers, your numerator and your denominator. That's all you have to do. And then, of course, the second part is this. What is left over? So we know it cleanly goes in there 11 times, but how many numbers are left over? So there's this way of doing it, which of course is kind of complicated, and I'm sure you can think of other complicated ways to do it. But if you use the mod function, it's very, very simple. Very similar. You just have to know the number and then what you're dividing by, and that gives you the 2. And there's even a way to just double check everything. So I'll show you that quickly. All we have to do is this. Multiply the 17 by the 11 and add back the 2. And this answer should be the same as our original value. So we see it is the same. And we could even do something fancy like this, where we put quotes around it, like that. And then we say equals this value. And it says true. So I've even thought of a template I'm going to build later on, either tonight or tomorrow, that would actually be based off of the concepts in this video, using the quotient and the mod function. So look for that. Hopefully by tomorrow I'll have it up on my website, and you can see how that works.